What's going on, everybody? It's CutsbyCoast here bringing you another video. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today I'm bringing you guys a Luka Doncic type haircut. Alright guys, so to start off, we're just going to make sure that the hair is saturated and all of it's wet, ready to be cut or to be parted perfectly. We are going to go in and cut the sides first, but first we had to get it perfectly sectioned. So now we're going to go in with the 3-guard, and we do have the lever all the way closed, and we're just going to set up a nice shelf of weight, just like Luka has. The last time I made a video like this, a couple of you guys said it didn't look like Luka. Well, I get it. The guy had black hair. So today I had a better model for that, so I chose to record it for you guys. Alright, so now we've established our weight, let's get into the taper. So I'm going to start with the lever all the way closed, and I'm taking it to about the top of the ear. I'm going to fully ball it out with a trimmer, but not going to go down to a shaver. Now we have the lever all the way open, and we will not fade any higher than that guideline right there. We will stay down below that with the half-way open lever and the lever all the way closed. So now we're going to grab our 1-guard and do the same exact thing. We're going to establish a guideline, and then we're going to fade down within and making sure that we attack the bottom line. Next we have our 1/2 guard, and we're going to do the same steps, except we're going to skip the open part. We're going to go ahead and go halfway and then all the way closed. Open would not cut the hair in that instance. Now we're going to take a 1.5, and we're really going to stretch this taper out now that we have gotten into the dark territory. And what I mean by that, anything above a 1.5, a 2, a 3, anything up from there is just dark and not to skin. So we're going to stretch that out almost like a high taper, but we've already established the bald and the fade part. Now we're just getting into the blend. So with that being said, we grabbed our 2-guard and we're just further smoothing out the side. For our last guard on this side, we're going to take the 1.5 all the way open, and we're going to make sure that everything is clean. Now we're going to grab our trusty wall detailer, and we're going to start lining him up. And when we're doing this lineup around the ear, I'm really just making sure I rest my fingers on his ear, and I'm pivoting around the ear, making sure that I can put the sharpest line without cutting into his hairline. Alright guys, finishing this side off, just a little bit of clipper over comb. Alright guys, same steps around the head. We are going to do a 3-guard all the way closed. First we're going to establish our weight. We do not have to do block graduation. As you can tell, his head already holds weight very well. Alright guys, same thing on this taper. We're going to start with the lever all the way closed, taking it up to about the top of the ear. We will now open it up and set up another section similar to the same size we just did our bald. We will then work down with the lever halfway open and then all the way closed at the bottom of that line. And if we need to, we will go to the clicks in between. Now we're going to take our 1-guard and same thing, but we're going to stretch this one just a little bit closer towards the C cup. Here I am with the 1/2 guard, just detailing that out. So now that we established the fade, I'm going to go in with that 1-guard all the way open, and I'm kind of going to stretch this taper out a little bit more. It was looking just a little too plain, so best judgment was to stretch that out right there. So now we have the 2-guard, just flicking up to that weight. So now I just closed up the 2-guard going around the ear, and I just cut the hair just a tad shorter so we can put a sharper line on it. If you guys have made it this far in the video, leave me a comment below letting me know if you guys bought anything from Tomb45 Cyber Monday or Black Friday deals. It was 30% off, and it might still be going on, so go check out the website. The name of the website is in the bottom corner, and the link is actually down in my description. So I just went back in with my 3 guard to make sure everything was smoothed out, and now some clipper over comb to finish this side, and we can go right into the back. So we're gonna do the same steps again, guys. 3 guard up into the weight. Let's establish that weight is so important, because if you don't set the weight up to the client's head shape, this haircut is not gonna look complete. When starting off a taper in the back, you're gonna wanna make sure that it is bald or a clipper all the way closed, all the way up past that M-shaped line that he had. Now we can go in with the lever all the way open and establish how high we want our fade to be. And guys, to be totally honest, you could have just lined up his sideburns. You could have tapered them down to a 1 guard, lined up those and tapered out the neck, and this haircut would look just as good. He just started coming to me, so I want to make sure that I can put all the works I can on him, but I know this is a regular haircut that you guys can see on a daily basis. And guys, I did not use enhancement on this cut, but if you would, slide over to SeanCutshair.com, check out his Cyber Monday deals as well. I know you guys needed a color enhancement card, so that's where you get them from. And speaking of Sean Cuts Hair, one thing I really like is he says that this half guard is not for a whole step. And that's so true. If you use that as a whole step, you're gonna be stretching out the taper, and it's gonna look like a whole lot of bald and not a lot of fade. Alright guys, we're gonna dive into the blend part of this haircut in the back. And the back taper, we always try to fade it all the way up to the bottom of the ear, and then once we hit that occipital bone, we want to make sure that we're staying in dark territory, aka the 1.5 open, the 2 guard, 3 guard, anything up from there. The way that his occipital bone sits, it's almost like casting a shadow. So what we need to do is go in and stretch out that fade with the 1 open, and we will slightly work down until we are satisfied. So now we're down with the half guard, and we have it all the way open. Just flicking up into that. We're almost done with that. We can grab our 2 and finish off this haircut. Alright guys, I cut out the audio, but our consultation was he had a haircut about 7 weeks ago, and he wanted it to be about the same if he came in the same distance again, if he set it up for 7 weeks on the dot. You know, they say the hair grows about 1/2 inch a month, so I wanted to cut it really close to 1 inch. I might have did a little bit more. So now we're gonna go in and point cut, and this is just gonna make sure that this is connecting in on the weight. On the other side, not the weight that's sectioned off. We have to make sure this hair lays in nice too, because this is a very important part of this comb over haircut. I apologize that this is blurry, guys. You guys still get the point. I'm kind of angling my point cut a little bit different on this side because it's a weird angle to go at, and I definitely want to make sure I'm as careful as possible and don't cut myself. Just like you would do in the front to remove some of that bulk, you will do the same to the back and make sure that the weight lays in. And we want it to be a little light. I'm not going to use thinning shears on his hair. And this was his only request, guys. He said same thing as last time, just cut the bangs a little bit shorter. He doesn't like whenever it's hanging in his eyes. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling it all the way to his eyebrows, and then I'm point cutting the ends so it's not a blunt straight across cut, but it doesn't look abnormal. Sorry, the camera was a little off angled, so I just cut it off and went straight into styling it. On this haircut, I did use the Elegance matte paste. I recently found out they changed to level 3 cosmetics. I haven't tried out any of the new products that they have yet. I'm pretty sure they just rebranded, but the products might be a little bit different. The barber Phil said that the paste feels a little bit better. You know, I really wish we had the Tomb clay, but this is the best I have to work with for right now. And you can tell right here, it's really starting to look like Luka Doncic's haircut. I'm pretty sure if you photoshopped it, it would look identical on his head. And guys, here we go. This is the beginning that we started with, and here in a second I will show you what we ended with. This was not such a transformation as much as a professional cleanup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving me a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody that took the time to watch this video. It's CutsbyCoast, and I'm out of here.